Alright, howdy folks, welcome back to Top Comics Pressing. This one's going to be another CGC unboxing here. This one should hopefully have 4 signature series slabs, fresh back from CGC. And these were from Rose City Comic Conn, which was in Portland, Oregon about 6 weeks ago or so. Let's see here, there should be 4 books. 3 of them should be Stan Sakai Usagi Yojimbo books, and then the last one should be an Amazing Spider-Man with art from Randy Emberlin, one of the leading Spider-Man artists from the 90s. It's really epic with this run he did with Mark Bagley. Huge fan of that work. This is an ominous sign here, as all the bubble wrap on this half of that side is totally shot. So you can see that there. Hopefully the slabs are okay. If not, we'll be due in here for some mechanical errors. Alright, there's our invoice. The first one up here is a 9.8, which is pretty awesome. I'm very excited to see that. This one is a full sketch cover that Stan Sakai did. And you can see here it does appear to be cracked on that side. So there's definitely a crack down the seam. So this one will be heading in for a mechanical error. You can see it right there. See if I can peel it. Maybe, yeah, right in there. It's definitely cracked along that side. Right in there. So we're going to send that one back on in for a mechanical error, as that bubble wrap was all shattered. Nevertheless, this one is a full sketch cover. Pretty sweet. Stan does these. I was a big fan of this one. I have a piece of original art from Stan that has Usagi and Spot on it, and this is a nice complimentary set that had Spot and Usagi and the samurai armor, which is a little bit less common than kind of the wandering rodent, but very cool one. Alright, next one up here is going to be the Rose City Comic Conn Usagi Yojimbo variant, which is pretty awesome. Thankfully, this one also hit a 9.8, and I had Stan sign it down here in a brass, so that kind of from arm's length, you know, the signature isn't overpowering, it's not detracting from the art, kind of blends right in on there on the bottom. This one looks like it actually has survived without a crack, which is quite amazing given the other one up top. So we'll give them all a good quality look on over later. Let's see here, this one is going to be our Amazing Spider-Man. This one I bought from Nostalgia Zone Comics, graded a VGF, so that would be a 5.0 copy. Obviously it's coming in quite a bit after 5.0. I did press it. I thought it was a nice touch to use the paint pens on the black cover, and Randy Emberlin fit 2 of the favorite Spider-Man characters there from that early 90s run, Venom and Carnage in. Emberlin was the original, or one of the original artists on ASM 361, with Bagley doing the pencils for that issue. This one looks like it too has some cracking and chipping on that edge, and so that is going to you know, get sent back on for an ME, which is disappointing. Very cool though, big fan. Emberlin was a great guy to chat with. Super cool booth, so if you see him at a con, definitely go check it out and pick out some of his other stuff. This one is actually a different one here. You can see it's kind of an homage to the 361 cover where Carnage is replaced with Venom. So big fan of that one. And the last one here is the one I've really been waiting for. And this one looks like, unfortunately, it took a dud muffin on the grade. This was previously a 9.0 copy of Usagi Yojimbo number 10. It is now coming back as CGC 8.0. I don't think that the book, this big scratch right here, is on the slab. You can see that, so definitely some unfortunate slab issues going on at the moment, with all of them having cracks and scratches in them. Super disappointing. But this one was a previous 9. I don't see why it dropped to an 8, other than the grader had a really bad day. You know, the spine looks about as good as it did. Maybe it got a little bit more bends while we were handling it, but you know, I had it in a double thick Mylar fullback the whole time, so we took it out of the case. I immediately put it into a window bag that I had made for it, which was in a fullback backer board, and then I slid that kind of in my same double one. So there's a separate video, hopefully I'll link down below, about how I make these, and the examples for a Wolverine number 1. I don't know why this one dropped. I think it's actually just inconsistency in the CGC grader. I mean, you can see it looks quite nice from the front. Does not look like a 8.0 book by any means. So there is some back spine damage you can see along there. But again, nothing that I think would really reflect an 8.0 grade. I mean, I think they called that moderate creasing. It's really just kind of a longer spine stress line. So, you know, that's kind of some of the randomness when you crack books. Whatever, regardless of the number up there, this is one that I really wanted. It has both, so this issue is the first Ninja Turtle story with Usagi Yojimbo in it. We have Leonardo with Usagi Yojimbo. Kevin Eastman did a Usagi Yojimbo remark. Down here we have Stan Sakai, who did a Leonardo remark. By the way, Stan is awesome. He took the time here not just to make it a generic Ninja Turtle, but to actually put the swords back here to make it clear that it's Leonardo. And of course we have the blue color for Usagi's uniform and the red for Leonardo's original colored headband. Of course, yeah, it was blue in the cartoon, but of course the original Ninja Turtles were all had the same generic red headband. So there we go. Unfortunately, again, we're going to look there and we're going to send all these back. You can see the crack right there along the edge. That definitely comes up. It's not part of the seam anymore. That's just crack in there. So as predicted by the completely shattered bubble wrap over here, all 4 of these books are going to go back for mechanical errors, I think, which is... So I will say this again, because as those of you that have followed the channel continue to see me have to send these comics back to CGC, if you were CGC, or if you were an investment firm in charge of overseeing the profits of CGC, you'd make more money if you stopped damaging people's slabs. And you know, this box is fine. It's just stupid to protect a whole bunch of slabs with a single piece of bubble wrap on that side. So that's literally all it takes, is any one of these things to pop, and all those can now slam against the box, and they're all broken on the same side. So clearly it happened in shipping, and it's because the bubbles popped on that side, and that's all it takes. So that's a pretty dumb way to pack. Whatever. I guess I'll get to do a bonus unboxing in a little bit. Alright, howdy. It's been only a few seconds for you, but for me it's been the better part of a month here as we set this order back for mechanical error to CGC. And I have to admit, I was pretty upset when I picked this thing up at the UPS store, and you can see this box is super smashed along multiple edges there. So I'm really worried to see what's going to happen here when we open this up, and I am hoping, please hope, that this thing does not need a third trip to Florida in the last couple of weeks. You'll notice in here, this is another bad omen, that bubble wrap is completely smashed on this side there. So you can see that there's absolutely no protection on here over that cardboard. So again, because CGC uses this cheap bubble wrap that you know, if you pop one of these wells, all of them pop. So you can see this thing here right in the middle. There's those lines that run through there, and right there you can see the pop right in the middle. And that pop then is going to evacuate the entire area of supportive material. So we've got the same 4 books here, and we'll hope that our nope. Smashed. Right there. This I can't make out. There's a random piece of floating plastic in here. That might be just the bad edge there. Might have to look at that one a little bit closer. Unfortunately, this first one here, no, that's definitely busted. I don't know what's busted about it. That first sketch cover is one of the 2 in here that I've really been waiting to display. This one doesn't seem to have any obvious damage like that first one. It does not have the same random floating chunk either, the other one. So, very cool cover overall. super excited about it. Alright, well, I'm going to look them back over. I think 2 of them are going to be headed back into CGC again, though, for a re-slabbing. This one definitely has either something broken or something floating down here. I'm pretty sure it's a hairline crack through there. It's pretty hard to see. Right there, you can kind of see it. But this one's absolutely shattered on the corner. So, you know, it's been, let's see here, it is now the middle of November, so it's only a couple days before Thanksgiving. This con was at the end of September, and I'm probably not going to see this thing before Christmas, so kind of sucks. I really wish CGC would, you know, obviously they can't control what FedEx does with their boxes, but they hopefully could control what kind of bubble wrap they use to actually protect them. So, anyway, we'll take a look at round 3. All right, welcome back, everybody. This is going to be our 3rd unboxing attempt at this to see if we have the Signature Series books in here that we want. This one now does not look like it has been crushed. I'm optimistic. I did even clear off a space here for my slab to go on up. And even though this one does not look crushed, it is clearly spilt on and soiled. And it smells like a medium quality perfume. So pretty intense, and it's definitely had some perfume crushed on it, because there's no way that's anything but. So let's see here. There should be 2. Thankfully, the Randy Emberland sketch right here did not actually have damage, so that was good. And the Usagi TMT one with Kevin Eastman and Stan Sakai both did survive. So those stayed in my possession, and I only had to send back the Stan Sakai sketch cover as well as the Rose City Comic Conn edition. And these now do say Emmy on them. They look like they are correct. I don't see anything crushed. And so I'm very happy to see this one on its 3rd attempt. Nice sketch cover with Usagi and Spot both in samurai armor. Very menacing for a character that is generally what I would consider whimsical or happy-go-lucky. And we're going to slide this right on up there, where hopefully it'll sit for quite some time. Got the Rose City Comic Conn edition here. This slab also looks really nice. So happy to deal with that. You know, happy to have it back. So a 9/8 copy on this Rose City edition. We're gonna go ahead and put that one right on over here, off camera. You can't see it, I can. Be fine. We'll have to do a tour here of the pressing room. You know, maybe sometime soon. But very happy about that. So this one finally ended. Let's see here. It is December 9th or 10th today. And so these books would have come back from the Rose City Comic Conn all the way back in the first part of September, mid-September. And so it took us 3 tries there. I do have to say, CGC does make the mechanical error process fairly straightforward, and I do think it's stand-up that they will accept them back not once but twice after they're clearly busted in shipping. And so do want to say thank you to CGC for at least honoring their mission to give you a comic book fully encapsulated in a non-damaged slab at least the day you receive it. And so I do appreciate that. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Bore with me through my frustration, and you know, you can go ahead and leave a thumbs up for the video. Click that subscribe button right down below, share it with your friends, leave a comment down under in the section. And I can't say thank you enough to Stan to, you know, take the time to spend with his fans. Again, you know, a lot of artists and illustrators and creators might only be at their booth for a few hours at a time at a Comic Con. Stan Sakai was there all day, all conventions, sketching and signing for everybody. Very class act, super chill, very great to talk to. Huge fan of Usagi Yojimbo. So take care, everybody.